Let me welcome you to this YouTube channel. Thank you for following my thoughts and the ideas that I've shared here up until now. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. I love you anyway. Today I wanted to just share something that I observed in thinking into my leadership and also observing other leaders and talking to followers alike. And it's about the 5 mistakes. There could be more, but these are the 5 critical mistakes that I see that leaders make in their leadership journey, and it's going to help you. It's helping me actually to regulate my leadership and keep growing in my leadership development. And the first one is that leaders think that they have all the answers. Yes, and that's why when we come to leaders, they want to tell it all. They feel like they know exactly what everyone is supposed to be doing. But you know what? If we ever learned anything from COVID, one great thing that we learned from COVID is that we don't have all the answers. We don't know all the answers. Things are going to happen that are outside of your capacity for knowledge or your capacity of... everyone is ignorant about something. And that's why sometimes in life we have what we call blind spot. That area of your life, that part of your life that you cannot see, that only others can see on your behalf. So thinking that you have all the answer becomes frustrating because you really don't have. Now when you think you have all the answer, what happens is you get everybody to come to your table, and that, maybe this comes from where they say that the buck stops at my table. Yeah, the buck stops at your table, but the buck does not rest on your table. So you can't say that you have all the answers because you really don't have the answers, all the answers. There are certain things that you don't know, and that's why you need to reach out to some other people. You need to connect with others. You need to connect with other leaders, and there are some answers that are actually with those that you call your subordinates, or rather those you call your followers. So number one mistake is thinking that you have all the answers because you don't have all the answers. The second one is wanting to know everything or to know everything first. What do I mean? I mean, sometimes leaders will say, no, you can't do that except to tell me. I need to know everything. Give me every step. Now, there's nothing wrong in you wanting to know everything, but it's actually a great burden, because what it does is that it will limit the operations of your people. If they have to tell you everything, you would be depressed, because that means that they are going to be depending on you for everything. But aside from that, they will not want to use their initiative. So you don't need to know everything that is going on. Honestly, you don't also need to be the first to know anything. Things can happen that you don't know first, and there are times when people just need to step up, stand in that place and take the lead, because maybe they're the ones that are there, or maybe they're the ones that saw the problem first, or maybe they're the ones who are courageous enough to step out there and do it. So you don't need to know everything, and you don't need to know anything, and you don't need to be the first person to know anything. Just make sure that things are working and running. The third mistake that leaders make is when they think that every team member has a need to hear them or to listen to them. You see, when leaders think everybody has to hear them, what they do is that they do all the talking. And sometimes, because leadership kind of operates in a way that we are always ahead, we think that we must be the ones that do the talking. But the truth is that even when it comes to talking, leaders should eat last. What do I mean by that? It means that it's better for you as a leader to listen to the opinion of everybody at the table before you express yourself, because sometimes there will be great ideas, great minds, great thoughts that are in the ideas that are in the mind of the people that you are interfacing and interacting with that you never get to because you don't listen. A lot of leaders don't know how to listen, and that's why you need to upskill yourself. You need to develop the skill to listen, being able to just patiently hear what the other person has to say, because the truth is, when you listen to others, you get into their mind. When you listen to others, you generate new insight, new opportunities are open to you, new ideas come on your table. It's very good to listen to what others have to say, because the truth is that, of course, the first mistake is thinking that you know everything, but you don't know everything. So sometimes you've got to allow some people to speak up and say what it is that they have to say, because you never can tell. Their idea might just be better. And I mean, what makes an organization grow is not because everybody is pursuing the idea of the leader, but everybody is pursuing the most rewarding, the most profitable idea. In any leadership organization, when you allow the best idea to become the idea that we run with, then everybody will run very well and the organization will run smoothly. So, third mistake is thinking that everybody has a need to listen to you because you are the leader. The fourth mistake is the desire to grow influence without growing impact. Now, that sounds like, I know that everything rises and falls on leadership, but the truth is that what's the essence of influence where there's no impact? In a lot of times, people want to be known, they want to be famous, so you have influence and all that, but you see, it's not about what you tell people, it's about what they do with what you tell them. That's impact. Influence is about you, impact is about them. What do they do? What's the answer they get? What result comes out of the things you say or the things that you do? So influencing people is one thing, that expresses your leadership, that increases your leadership. But impacting them or getting them to make impact increases their leadership. And as a leader, you've got to get out of your way so that you can give yourself to others and impact them. Yeah, that's the song by, that's the lyrics of the song by John Maxwell. Get out of your way. When you find yourself, you improve yourself, you grow yourself, get out of your way and give yourself to others so that they can then go there with what it is that you have given and do greater works and greater things with it. So, leader, you need to go beyond influence and reach for impact. And the fifth and the final mistake that I found that leaders do is that they accept that it is lonely at the top. Nothing can be further from the truth. If it is lonely at the top, as John Maxwell, my mentor, would say, it's because you are doing something incorrectly. There's something wrong that you are doing. It's not meant to be lonely at the tops. Leaders are not just supposed to fly alone because they are all leaders. They fly together. Leaders go together. You are able to have connections. You're able to be with people so you can lead a pack. You can go places. The lion is the king of the jungle, but he never goes around alone. He always has a company moving along with him. So you've got to understand that it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. It doesn't have to be lonely at the top. So there must be other people who are leading with you. You can't just be the star and every other person be following after you. Let there be a community of stars around you. Be a leader who leads leaders, not just leading followers. Because if you lead followers, of course, you would grow, you would increase. But when you lead leaders, you multiply. These are 5 mistakes that I found that leaders do. What are you going to do with them? How are you going to correct them in your life? Do you find these mistakes with you? Let's do something about them so that we can multiply in the place of our leadership. Thank you.